Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us again for our webinars, a series that are part of the Unveiling the Power of Storytelling. This is our webinar series that we're holding with Our Storyscape. Thank you, Hannah, for being here. Thank you, Anissa. Today's webinar is going to be about fun games to motivate your EFL students. So let's get started. Okay, so when you have your classes, what are those games those typical games that you play with your students?
And if you don't want to use your microphone, you can always type in the chat for any ideas you might have. But for me, when I used to teach, one thing that you run out of things to do sometimes. So you say, okay, class, well, why don't you play Hangman for the rest of the class?
Hangman was a popular.
Yeah, it was a very, they like to do it as long as they're, doing it in the target language. Go ahead, play Hangman for a little bit.
Nice.
That's a very basic game that I would do in class. But
Cool.
there's other things you can do, like Pictionary. You can do charades. That will get your students up and moving. Any board game or card game that you play normally, you can adapt it in the language learning classroom to meet your needs, or switch things up a little bit.
Yes, that's definitely true. Yeah, we can definitely use our different types of, typical games or games that have been played for generations in order to go ahead and make sure our students are motivated. Perfect. Well, let's look at one of the different ideas that we can have, in relation to games.
Oh, I'm in charge of that.
Yes. Okay. So here are some of the benefits of using games. First of all, we can mention the positive influence that, it has on learning outcomes by increasing the level of motivation and engagement within our students. They also help develop lifelong skills such as cooperation, problem solving, collaboration. So we might want to play these games maybe and split our students into different groups, and that can work too. Another important benefit is that we can make these games engaging and accessible for each of our classrooms, because our students, because we can have our students play together and help each other. So today we're going to discuss how we can do it and some ideas on how you can implement them. Okay, so before we plan a game, it's really important to consider some different content and aspects because that can change the way our class and our classes in general incorporate games. Okay, so some of the questions are, for example, is this game related to the content you're actually doing in class? Something that you mentioned to Hannah. So was it connected to the content that you were discussing or learning in class? Is it used? Is it used, or is it used as a brain break? Because sometimes games are used as a way to, get another activity, and it's a break from your, from another activity you were doing before. So that's another way to use games. Okay. Another thing we have to be clear and have really think about is what are those specific skills that your students are going to use while they are doing the game. okay, and how this is related to the learning outcomes that you have planned for your lesson, okay, and also the game's dynamics in relation to whether the games are played in groups or individually. That's another important factor you have to consider. And the level of difficulty. Have you ever played this game with your students before? Is this a new game you're trying to incorporate? So this is something that we have to consider when we are planning a game. Another important factor is time. The time required to complete a game. What happens is, like, in our mind, sometimes we feel like, okay, I think my students will be able to do this game in X amount of time. And sometimes they do it really, really fast, or sometimes it's harder than we thought and they can take longer. So really, that's one of those kind of things that we have to think about and keep in mind. So that's going to be on our next slide on things that we need to reflect upon. Another important aspect is the questions or tasks that you are going to include. Are they grammar focused? Are they language focused? Are they intending to create a communication or develop communicative skills? You know, we have to have that clear in mind, because that will help us design our games or incorporate or use certain games over others. Okay. So let's go to our next slide. And these are other things that we would also need to reflect upon after we play these games. First of all is, as the students are playing the games, let's think about how your students are responding to the game. Are they happy? Are they excited? Are they getting frustrated because they can't get the right answers? Are they helping each other if they're working together as a team? Is there only one student answering all the questions for the group? All these aspects are important to be considered, so our games can be very effective. Okay. So another important question is, was the game used as expected? So did it fulfill your goals, the objectives you had? Were your students able to complete it within the assigned time? And this is something to keep in mind, you know, especially about in relation to their ages, the level of, you know, proficiency they have, and whether it was hard or difficult, you know, if they have to use simple or complex skills. And there is also this, I would say, this belief that younger kids can only do simple tasks. And I would like to say that that's not the case. Sometimes simple games are like, oh, this is just for kids. Well, they can do more than what we think, you know. So maybe that's another thing that we have to reflect upon and consider. In relation to the learning outcomes, what were those? Were the learning outcomes the ones that we set for this game? Did they achieve those? Did they get all of them? You know, this is another thing that we have to consider. Another important aspect is whether the game was appropriate for your student ages, needs, and unique characteristics. Sometimes as teachers, we like to recycle games. We like to use them with different groups, and they don't always respond the same way. Even when they are the same level of students, they may not respond the same way. So that's why we have to keep that in mind. All right. Okay, let's go to our next slide. Hi, Nair, welcome. Welcome, and thank you for joining us. Okay, so what are different tips we're going to use today in our session is the importance of differentiating games. There are simple games that can be matching games, memory games, whether the objective or the linguistic, let's say the linguistic goal is for our students to remember and incorporate vocabulary. This is just remembering vocabulary. Another important thing is complex games, which we also have like gapped activity, gapped sentences. We can also have like riddles, we'll show you some here, some examples soon. And in this case, these language skills are much more complex, but that doesn't mean that they are not, they are impossible for our students, all right? Another tip I would like to share is the combination of physical response with virtual games, which I'm going to show you some ideas today too. And number 3 is also not just using games in the classroom, but also assigning those games as homework to encourage your students' independence, and also to have them, find those questions and answers right away. They'll see whether they got them right or wrong, but in a different, fun way. All right, let's move on to our next slide. All right, so this is where our Storyscape comes in very handy, and it's I would say one of the great things that we also have in our platform is that we include different games to meet different needs. We'll show you how you can use them and how you can customize them for your students. So are we ready to explore our game center? I think we are, right? Yeah. Okay. So game on then.
Oops. So would you like to, so I think your internet is doing pretty well, Lorena. Do you think you'd like to demonstrate Voces match on your own screen to start with?
Yeah,
I think
I will
we can
do.
handle that.
All right.
I'll just stop sharing mine.
All
hello,
right.
Nair. And Gerta, hello.
Okay, perfect. Yes, I can show you my screen. Can you see? Let me refresh it. So I'll show you in our platform. Can you see it now? I think you can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let me show you. We have our game center. So when you click on this icon, you will find different options for games. Today, I'm going to show you the Voces match game, and I'll show you how it works. So you have different options to play a single player game. And you can also play 2-player game, and you can use, you can create your own matching sets, okay? I made one set, which I'm gonna show you. I made this and it's already ready to be played. So let me show you 1 second.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, I have to click on it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, wait, before that, let me show you really quick so you can answer some of these questions. Yes, at the top, we have the menu icon. We use it to navigate through the platform, as you can see right here. You also have the directory. The directory also gives you a list of contents view of each of our stories and units. Then you have the help button that you can use to communicate with us or report any problems. We have the tools icon. Here we can print any of the pages in our platform. We also have, of course, the game center, the communications icon to connect and email your students. You have also the assignment tool that helps you and allows you to assign different types of activities to your students. And the teacher panel includes class management, grading, the answer key, additional resources, and settings. All right. So with this being said, I'm going to go into the game center and I'm going to play. We're going to play this game. Where is it?
Do
There.
a new single player game, I think, to open that one.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. New player. There you go. And then I will choose my sets. This is the one that I want to play. All right. Let me choose. Okay, perfect. 1 second. It's kind of slow. Yeah.
Can you scroll down on that page? It looks a little, your game center looks a little big compared to mine. Like you zoomed in or something. Oh, actually, wait, click on the X. We're going to troubleshoot real quick.
Right here.
Close the game center for a second. And then do you see up in your search bar, like where the Our Storyscape URL is? At the end of it, there's a little magnifying glass with a plus. Click right there.
Here.
Yeah. So click on reset.
Perfect.
And now click on the game center.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think if you zoom, then the button.
Oh,
yeah,
I can't start the game.
Found it.
Oh, yay. It's part of the show too. All right. So here we have the game that I've created. Okay. So I'm going to show you this one. I'm going to show you different tiles and we have to match them. All right. So you have the help icon. So what do we use it for?
I think to get, well, the help button, would that go with it? The help icon.
Yay. Good job. All right. So for the ones, and I'm going to show you here how you can turn this matching game into another cool game. For the ones got it correctly, we're going to go woohoo. We're going to, we're going to move our, let me see. Can you see me? I don't think you can. No, you cannot.
Camera.
Okay, we're going to do woohoo. We're going to go up and down. And for those who didn't get it correctly, we can do something like you have to stretch 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay. All right. So let's do another one. Let's see this one. Oh, this is super easy. Super easy.
Now here, if you can type in the chat, what do you think the game, or what do you think the icon here will?
Game center, sorry.
Oh.
Yay! Good job, Nair. So you have to go, woohoo!
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's going to be game center. Perfect. Let's see. Let me choose this one. So what about class management? What does the class management function helps you with?
I think class management would be used to create a new class.
All right, let's see. Woohoo! Good job. Woohoo! Excellent. What about the teachers panel? Nahir, any ideas?
Special features for teachers.
Yay! Good job. Woo! Awesome. Perfect. Let's see. And this one, any ideas? What is the assignment icon for?
I think it would be to create a task for a student.
Yay! Woohoo! Good job. Now here you have to do Perfect. Okay, now for our next level, because we have only 4 tiles left. Before we continue with this is going to be level 2, let's say. But before we pass to level 2, I will ask you to do something.
Okay. Sure.
All right. So, okay, let me turn it. Okay. So what am I going to ask you to do is this. I need you to find 4 sticks. It could be pencils, it could be markers, you can even roll up a piece of paper or pieces of paper and make a stick, right? We need 4. Okay?
I
Got
didn't
it?
even have to get up.
Yeah, okay. So you got 4?
Yes.
I got 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Excellent. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I need you to find something to connect. So you could use tape. You could use, if you have some Play-Doh handy, you can use Play-Doh, clay, gum, bubble gum.
Tape.
You have tape.
1 second.
Okay. What about you, Nahir? Do you have any tape? Do you have any Play-Doh you can use to connect? You can search. And we need 4 of these, whatever, or tape. If you have tape, that works. Let me know when you're ready. I can wait. And so we are using this to combine one of the things that I was telling you about, to combine the virtual games with some physical movement. So we're asking you now to find some things at home, but if you're working with your students in your classes, you can also ask them to find them in their backpacks. You know? Got it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So
I have some
in
penguin tape.
Penguin tape. I love it. All right. So before we pass to level number 2, we have to do this. Follow the instructions and use your problem-solving skills. Okay? So I need you to make a 2D shape that has 3 sides, and these sides can connect together.
Okay.
All right? So you need to make a 2D shape that has 3 sides, and these sides connect together. And you have 1 minute.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
This tape is very old.
Yes. So I am gonna show you the versions that I have, but I want to see what you guys come up with. And I have 2 versions of this challenge. One that is super fast and one that takes a little bit of extra time. So you have to make a 2D shape with 3 sides, and they have to connect. Let's see, Hannah, what you come up with.
It's almost done.
It's almost done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, let's see. When you're ready, we'll show us what you got.
Okay.
I am putting mine together too.
I have 2 pens at my desk, and I'm also sitting next to all of my knitting things. So
Oh, nice.
I have a knitting needle here And I've got
Oh my goodness.
triangle with my
Yay! You got your triangle. Very good.
ta-da. So you can see the
Awesome.
concave, of course.
Perfect. Look, I have version number 1, which is
Oh.
the pencils. And I got like clay, a little bit of clay.
Oh yeah.
So you can see there, they connect.
Yours
Okay.
is much
This
cuter
is,
than mine.
well, I don't know about cuter. And this is like, this is another version. I rolled
Okay.
up some paper.
Mhm.
I used the, clear tape, and I taped them up. You see? So we got 1 side, 2 sides, and 3 sides. All right, so good job. You passed to level 2.
Awesome. Now we can
So
finish.
exactly, now we can continue with the game. All right.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing, Nahir? Were you able to find the things that you needed? Were you able to find the
Sorry,
stick?
but I can't finish my.
Your triangle? It's okay.
Yes, I only paint my triangle. Sorry.
That's good. That's good. It still works. Okay. So in my case, for example, what do I need to think about? Was 1 minute enough for my students to complete the task, or should I give them more time? You see?
Yes.
That's another thing to think about when we plan the games, okay? Whether we're giving them enough time, whether the task that I asked you to do was something that you could understand or that you could do, okay? So that's another aspect to consider.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
so we are in level 2 now. So I'm gonna flip this one. So which button do you use to get the option to print? Where is the button? In which section?
I think maybe in tools.
In tools. Let's see. Yay! That's why I showed you. Yeah, you had to remember. All right. Let's see. Next one. What about the menu? If you click on the menu icon, what does it show you?
Nair, would you like to give a guess?
To have a little view of the content.
Okay. Yay! Nice job. You see, she got such a good memory. Awesome, Nahir. And I quickly explained this. So,
Very
wow,
quick.
I'm so impressed, Nahir. You're doing a great job. All right, next tool. Here you have this icon. Do you remember what this icon was for?
I think it is for the resources.
The resources. Let's see. Yay! Nice job, Anna. All right, last one for you, Nahir. What about the directory?
To see the layout of the contest.
Yay! Wow! Yay!
Great.
Great.
You did such a great job. Well, I'm so impressed by your guys' memory. Awesome. So this is another way, you see, to change a little bit the dynamics and add more fun and movement to your games. All right. So this is the matchup game. You can also use audio in this case. If you create it, here, I'm going to show you super quickly. When you click on the games, the great thing about it is that you can create your own. And here you have the option to add audio, or you can select your own images, and you can do whatever, your creativity helps you and inspires you to do. So that's a really cool thing about our games. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Hannah is gonna show you the next game.
Yes. And actually, since we have been, am I sharing the right thing? Yes. Since we have been live for quite a while, I'm actually just going to skip right to my favorite game so that we can, have some time to play it. We can, if we have time at the end, we can discuss the other ones, but I want to go right to the Voces story shuffle. So if you click on it, you'll come to a very similar screen as before, but just the three of us, I'm going to click on a single player game and we can do it together. So when you use the Our Storyscape platform, in this case, I'm on a page in Unit 3. So if I click on Current Chapter, the game is going to use all of the vocabulary that's available in Chapter 3. But if I click on this button, it will give me all of the different vocabulary available up until Unit 3. There's also the option to create your own set, which I can go over after we figure out exactly what this game is like. But I'm just going to use the current chapter, and I think we will do 5 prompts together, and I'll do the first one. So I will start the game together. So my prompt is shy. So what I have to do is think of a way to start the story that we're going to write together with the word shy. So maybe, let's see, Sarah is a very shy girl. So that's my sentence. And then I will click on the next prompt. Sometimes it gives you the audio version, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this. If not, I'll just say it out loud.
South.
South.
Sour.
North, east, south, like the direction. So Lorena, do you have an idea of how you can continue the story with the word south?
Yes.
Okay.
She decided to go to South Beach.
Yeah, maybe that's a place in Florida or something.
Yeah, I used to live there.
All right. And so here, the next prompt is the word singing. So Nair, if you have an idea of what we can say next.
Yes, maybe Sarah loves singing.
Maybe she loves singing at the beach.
Sorry?
Maybe she likes to sing at the beach, to connect it
Yeah.
to the previous sentence.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll do the next one.
Study.
So it said the word study. Sorry. The word studying. So that's not something that you should do at the beach, I feel. She needs to study, but she does not want to because she wants to be at the beach, right? And
I
so
love
for
that.
our very last prompt, Lorena, what would you like to finish off this story with?
So she decided to go out with her friends today and have a fun day instead of being responsible.
Yeah, she is not responsible. And you can go for as long as you want. And you can create your own prompt set for your students. And while we've been preparing for this session today, we realized there are some glitches in our games, which we'll have to address very soon. But students can write their own stories, and then their classmates can go in and read them, and you can create a whole class discussion. If you give students the exact same set of words, what different story are they gonna write? So to finish this off, Nair, do you have a title for the story that we just wrote together? Do you think? Sarah at South Beach. I think that. Oops.
Yeah, sounds like a
Yeah.
great title.
Yeah.
Or I would say Sarah is not making a responsible choice.
No,
But
you
that's, I
gotta go to
love
the
that.
beat. And then there's also a print button. So, you know, if your students are very proud of their story, they can print it off and pass it around the classroom maybe. So then if you go to, you know, we have a single player game and a 2-player game. 2-player games in our Voces game center. These are created for 2 students who are using the same computer. So, you know, the first student will write the prompt and then the second one will take the same keyboard and, you know, continue the story. But if you want to create a set of prompts, you just have to go to create a set, name it, I don't know, I'll name it something about food. And so you would just, in this case, the target language is English. So maybe we're translating from Spanish. We'll do comida and food, and you can just, you know, add in as much as you want. As Lorena said before with the other game, you can even, you know, insert your own audio file that you've recorded on your computer or any image. So you just add prompts, as many as you want, and then click on finish. And then when your students go to play the game, they'll see in the teacher set, there's examples. I didn't do mine correctly because I only put in one prompt, so that won't work. But yeah. Oh, I should have done the no audio option. So that is one of my favorite games on the Voces Game Center. So we have quite a few other ones, but I think what we wanted to finish the day with is the Block It, which Lorena has made some questions for us to play. And this is another one that we found some glitches with. Normally, your students would be able to play right in the game center. But in this case, while we're working on the technical issues, you can also go directly to blookit.com. Both you and your students can go to join a game. So I'll just kind of, you know, get the game started, and we'll walk through like how it works as we play it. So we've created a few sets of questions specifically for our Storyscape 1. And we'll continue to add more on as you know, as the weeks go by. But actually, just let me show you how to find our questions. You know, when you log in and create your own account, you'll come to a page like this. All you need to do is go to the Discover button up here at the top, search for I just search for Storyscape, and they'll pop up immediately. So when you want to start a game with your students, you'll just click on the set of cards and click on host. So now for both Lorena and Nair, you can go to blookit.com yourself. You don't even need to create an account right now. You can log in, or you can just play the game without making an account if that's what you want to do. And there's a few different game modes that you can play. I think Gold Quest is the most popular one. So I'll click on that and host the game.
Yeah, another thing to tell our audience is that Blookit is very popular in the USA. And you have so many different modes, so you can recycle the game because you can use it for different in different ways, let's say. So that helps you to reuse the game if you see you might want to have your students do it again as homework, or you might want them to continue practicing. That's a great way to do it.
Yeah, there's different modes for students to play by themselves, or you can play it as a class like we're going to try out here. And you can set your own time limit. So I think 3 minutes will be fine for now for us. So now that I've clicked on host, if you go to blookit.com/play, you'll be able to get started and put in this 6-digit code at the top to join the game. And we'll just wait and see if Lorena and Nahir can join us. It will
Yep.
pop up on my screen. If you need any help, I can.
Yep, I mean.
Lorena's here. I'm gonna see if I can play by myself on my other screen.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. Oh, good job.
I can. I must be-
Yeah.
Okay.
You can choose your. Awesome.
So there's just the two of us.
Perfect.
Nahir, would you like to? Do you need any help, or are you? Do you know? You could be on your phone, for example. It might be difficult to play. So just let us know if you'd like to join or not.
Sorry, I have to create my
Like your account?
ID.
No, just go to blookit.com.play. Let me post it on the chat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you just have this number.
So click.
Sorry, I am connected by my phone. I don't have a computer now.
Oh, okay.
So what
Okay.
I'm gonna do, we can play together with Nahir. So she will
Mhm.
be on my team.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, we can answer the questions together against Hannah.
Okay. Then shall I let you share your screen so that she can help you?
No, that's okay. She can tell us the answer.
I think.
And
Well, I think you should share your screen though, because the questions won't pop up on my screen here. Or here. This is I'm the host and I'm playing the game. So let's just see, how it works out. So I clicked host. Oh, okay. Here's the instructions. You answer questions, you get gold, you can take it from your fellow players.
Yay.
Good luck. Okay, and this would be, who's in first and who's in second.
Okay.
Okay. And then for my question, I'm not good at math. I need a Nair, would you like to help me answer this one? I'm not sure what
Yeah.
I need for math.
I'm not good at math. I need a calculator.
Excellent. So then once you answer the question, you'll be able to choose a chest. So unfortunately, I lost some gold that time. When do we celebrate Christmas? Nair, do you know the answer to this one as well?
Me?
Yeah.
In December.
Excellent. Okay.
Yay.
Let's hope I pick a better chest this time. Okay. Great.
Yay, you got gold.
I'll answer this one for myself. In this class, we learn about plants and animals. I think that it will be biology. Awesome. I got nothing for that. So you see, this particular game mode, it's not always going to be the student who answers the most questions correctly. There will be some twists.
Yeah, you have to choose the right chest.
So in this class, we run and play sports. Nair, do you know what class this might be?
Physical education.
Yay.
Great.
Nice job.
Nothing. Oh, I'm bad at this game, I think. My class is nice, but I don't like the schedule. Great. I get to take gold from Lorena. Have you been playing? You have no gold.
No, I don't have it. I'm not good at it either.
All right.
I have to do it more times.
Nair, what is necessary to color this page? What do you need?
I think a crayon.
Let's see. Yes, great.
Good job.
We lost money though. Our
I
class
love that.
is from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Yay! So I won some money. Class is over. I need to pack my stuff in my. Nair, can you tell me what that might be? Oh, never mind.
Yes, in fact.
A backpack. We ran out of time. But we were in first place.
Yay, you guys beat me.
What's Brian?
What was that?
Nice.
Oh,
Yes,
I thought you said something just now.
I just say what. I just said a great job.
Oh, awesome. Yes. So you can see how your students can get really into, the competition of look at, stealing gold from your classmates or, getting the highest score. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. And of course, you can make your own question set.
Yeah, that's a great tool too. You can use the templates that they come with because you can do it one by one normally, but you can also use the option to do it on a spreadsheet. Oh, thank you for clicking on create. So we can show it just very briefly.
Yeah.
So there. And when you have, if you scroll down, and I think, yeah, right there, you have the option to do it on a spreadsheet. So if you have Google Sheets, you can type in and first download the template and then write your questions and then write the answers, the correct one. It'll ask you to write the correct one and the number. And it's super easy and super fast if you do it that way. So that's another tip for you to use. Okay. So, well, this is another way to, and in this case, in this game, we used not simple skills because you guys had to find the correct vocabulary or the correct word for that specific question. So that is another complex, let's say, type of game. And that is another example is writing a riddle. So your students, like, I did it in a way when we did the triangle. I didn't say make a triangle. I said make a 2D shape with 3 sides that connect. So in that case, we're also asking our students to use different types of problem solving skills and also comprehension and being able to put that together. So that's another added skill that your students have to use. Okay, so, and before we finish, I would like to share our last slide, and it is an invitation for all of you students and teachers for our Storyscape Transformation Challenge. Any school or any class from any school can participate. I'm going to show you the steps. Well, the first step is to book a meeting to schedule a walkthrough and learn how to use the platform. Step number 2 is you get a month free trial. And then you have to use your free trial with your classes and send us pictures on how you're using the material. And then our team will pick the most interesting pictures, the best pictures from a school or class. And the winner will be featured in our website and our social media. So we invite all of you guys to participate and send us your pictures. I will show them on our Facebook page too and see what countries are competing for this challenge. All right. Thank you so much, Hannah, for coming in today. Thank you for the teachers who joined and registered. And this webinar is being recorded, so you can watch it again another time. And you can always also send us an email at efl@ourstoryscape.com if you have any other questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks for joining.